Hi everyone, I thought I'd give you a quick introduction to this assignment and kind of explain how to do stuff. So first thing I'm going to do is find the assignment in Google Classroom. It's going to be called Apartment Startup Costs. So here, Objective 1, practice apartment startup costs. Open up the spreadsheet in here. Hopefully when you go in there, there'll be a video as well, this video in fact. Apartment startup costs. And you're going to come to a table like this. You don't have to do anything in this table. This table will self-populate, so it will fill itself up over time. But there are a bunch of tabs down here at the bottom. You can see down here. The first one you should start with, if you can, is the Rent tab. If you click on Rent down here, it's going to bring up housing cost table. And what you're going to do is, I want you to find 3 different studio or 1-bedroom apartments that you think might be a good fit for you in the near future. So when you first move out of the house. And you'll put their costs here, the number of bathrooms, the square footage, and then here you'll divide the cost by the square footage to get the cost per square foot. And then the deposit will go here. And if you can't find the deposit on the websites, then you can just assume it's 1 month's rent. It usually is. And then you can do the same thing for 2-bedroom apartments, assuming then that you'd have a roommate living with you. And then find 3 3-bedroom apartments, assuming 2 roommates. Now, if you literally don't have some of these things, it's okay. All right, let's see how to find these things now. So I'm going to go to some popular websites for rentals, and they are called apartments.com or rent.com. Those are 2 really popular ones. There are other ones as well, rent.com. And on rent.com, I'm going to type in 98346, which I think is, Kingston. So let's say I want to stay at Kingston. If you want to search some other location in the country, say you're like, oh, I know I'm going to be living over here sometime, go do that. That's totally fine. Up here at the top, I can make some choices. So right now I'm zoomed in to sort of what I asked for. And you can see this light blue line. I'm zooming out on this map real quick. I don't want to zoom out too much. This light blue line is the area code I gave it. So you can see what it's including and what it's not including. Although once I zoom out, I'll start getting lots of other different results, which is why the internet gets a little sluggish on me, because it's populating all this crazy stuff. And here I can choose some stuff. So I can choose property type. Okay, I want to look just for apartments maybe. And it's going to narrow this search now down to just apartments in my area. And I can see 239 rentals, 1 rental. So there's only 1 apartment that's up for rent in the Kingston area. So I might need to expand my search out a little bit to maybe include. I'm going to try to avoid including Seattle because it's going to have a bunch of craziness over there. There's a couple more in Paulsbo on rent.com. So I can click them on the map here and take a look at them. So 1.8K, so $1,800 a month almost. And I can start looking at these things. Now if I see something I think looks interesting, like this one, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, okay, I need something like that. So I'm going to start looking at it. Oh, I've got some photos here. I can click on the photos and start scrolling down through them and kind of getting a feel for what the apartment looks like and feels like. And if I'm like, yeah, I could see myself renting this. This seems like an okay thing. It's going to cost me like $900 a month because I'll have a roommate paying half with me, hopefully. So I can start populating it. So I need to grab this address here. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it over here. Now, it's in the 2-bedroom one, so Control V. When I do that, it's going to come over crazy looking. So Control Z to undo. If I do Control Shift V, that will paste just the letters without all the formatting and background stuff. So Control Shift V, just paste the letters. Notice how it's gone over and it's covering the cost thing. That's not a problem. Ignore that completely. You can simply, when you type in a cost, it'll just hide that in the background. So I'm going to come back over here and grab the cost real quick. It was $1,750, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, $832. I need all of that. So this is the cost was $1,750. Tab. Number of baths was what? 1, I think. and square footage. The square foot is 832. Yeah, one bath. Okay. Now, to find cost per square foot, all I do is do equals to make a formula. I click on the cost, and I divide by the square feet, and hit enter. And that gives me, it's 48 cents a square foot. Well, that's not right. Oh, I did it backwards. It is, sorry, equals, it should be the cost divided by the square feet. Enter. Yep, it's about $2 a square foot. My deposit, I didn't see a deposit listed, so I'm going to assume that the security deposit is 1 month's rent. Let's see if I can see it anywhere. Notice all the other interesting things they have. So they have all of this. There's a view breakdown here. Base rent, none, electricity. So they're trying to give you an idea of how much electricity is going to cost for you. There's pet policy information here. Some apartments will have tons of good information, others won't. So you can just kind of look through what all the information it is. Take your time on this and kind of enjoy the process of just searching for apartments. Just remember as you're doing stuff to come back and fill these things out. So I'm going to do a 1750 here for a thing. And hopefully this is a really useful exercise in getting a feel for what the market's like right now for rentals. Have a good day, everybody.